Hi, I'm Claudia. I was recently diagnosed with borderline personality disorder earlier this year. And the reason why I wanted to talk about it today is to spread more awareness about it, and it's not as scary as it seems. When people hear that, they think, the first thing that when I was first told about it, I thought of the guy from Split, like when you just like, because of the personality thing, but it's nothing like that. It's a lot more like your emotions are just kind of a little bit like a roller coaster. Very much like impulsivities. Yeah, it can be really hard. Some days you're really good, other days you're a little bit low. And that's what I was feeling all up until probably it started when I was around 5. And that was through just family struggles. And I went to a few psychologists, but they never really worked for me. I went to about 9 and they all said I probably had anxiety, depression symptoms. But I never felt like I really resonated with a lot of them because it is very much similar to anxiety, depression, BPD, but a little bit different. Very much unstable relationships. So I found that was a big one of mine. I was losing a lot of friends, or any time that, you know, past relationships I had, if they left, a big one is abandonment issues. So when they would leave, I felt like it was the end of the world.
Lowest point you got to, like how,
yeah.
What did that feel like, and yeah, explain a little bit about that experience.
So when I was 16, after I'd broken up with somebody, I really didn't really know what else to do with myself. I felt really lost, didn't feel like I belonged here, and I attempted to take my own life. Obviously I failed because I'm here now, which I'm very fortunate about. Yeah, it was probably then I realised I really had to do something about this, because as soon as I did it, I regretted it straight away. When I realised the severity of it, and that's when I started getting help. I went to a few more psychologists, and then I had another breakdown. I went to my doctor. They did the same thing. We'll refer you to another psych. They put me on medication, and it wasn't really getting any better. And I thought about suicide a lot again. I thought, I don't know, like I don't think I can do this anymore. And that's when it was 2019 when my doctor said, have you heard of borderline personality disorder? And he picked it up then. And I was a little bit, I'd never heard of it before, so I was very like ignorant towards it. And I thought like, oh, you know, I'm not some crazy person. Like I don't switch like the guy in Split. But yeah, when he told me that it's very much like impulsive behaviours, unstable relationships, risk-taking behaviours, which I was very much doing, a lot of substance abuse and stuff like that. It kind of started all making sense, started clicking, and then I got put onto a psychiatrist, and since then I've really understood the illness a lot better, still learning. Yeah, it's not as scary as it seems, and it's actually quite common with a lot of people, so yeah.
Did having that diagnosis feel like a turning point for you?
Absolutely. Like as soon as he told me, you know, the symptoms and the side effects of it all, everything, it was like a light bulb went off and it all started to make sense. It clicked immediately and I was like, wow, I finally feel like I'm understood. Yeah, basically. And yeah, changed my medication as well. Medication was a big part. Now I'm doing dialectical behaviour therapy, which is, yeah, really good. So it's just understanding your emotions, being more present in the moment before making like impulsive decisions, and surrounding yourself with people that not everyone's going to understand you, but at least like just being there for you, being able just to have a chat and listen is a massive thing. And yeah, I mean, just get rid of the ones that not very nice. Yeah, just surround yourself with good people. Get the help that you need, which can be hard to ask for help, but you definitely should if you can. Even if it's just asking a mate, like, or even just to have a chat. You don't have to go see like psych straight away, but just doing things that make you feel good and yeah.
What have been, I guess, your like, you know, good and bad experiences with seeking help?
I think with a lot of psychologists, it's been like a lot of, like they always say like meditation and stuff like that. That's always like a massive one, which can be good, but I never really got much out of it because I think with BPD you can have manic episodes where you're very much like just, yeah, very like you can be one day very productive and energetic and all over the place, and it would be really hard to like meditate and stuff like that. Yeah, I think I'm like a very highly strung person. I'm always like very paranoid and like stuff like that. And then other days I'll be like just completely like mellowed out. So yeah, I found that with therapy, I guess, just learning about your condition and the ways that you can coping mechanisms, because I'm still learning about it all. Basically, like, yeah, just thinking before I do something, as well as having a support system that can maybe be like, hey, like, you know, should you really be doing that? Dialectical behaviour therapy is more about, yeah, just like identifying the emotions that are there. Pretending like you're your best friend. Thinking like, if this was your friend that was talking to you right now, what would you tell them?
If you, I guess, could pass on one piece of advice to your younger self, what would you say?
I would say not everyone is going to be your friend long term. As you grow and change into different, you know, everyone, as you get older, you grow and you change. So yeah, not everyone's going to stick around, but with that, you'll find other better people that will stick around and will appreciate your authentic self. Yeah, in high school, I didn't like, you know, the person I was because of the people that I surrounded myself with. So yeah.
And obviously you said before that you went to see a psychologist and you got professional help. What did that look like step by step for you? Because I know there's a lot of people out there that are thinking about taking that leap.
Yeah.
But they don't know what it looks like.
Yeah, okay. What did it look like for me?
Yeah.
Like the process of seeking those sort of professional.
Okay. The first thing I did was go to my doctor, had a chat with him about it, and he referred me to some psychologists. And yeah, psychologist is kind of like, you just really have to find one that you feel comfortable with and that you can feel like you can be open with, because sometimes that can be like a bit of a, I don't know what's the word.
Not the right fit.
Yeah, not the right fit sometimes. So doesn't mean to give up hope. Like, keep trying to seek the help that you need, because there are really good ones out there. And also try and stick with it, because like if you only do like a few, you know, therapy can be like, you know, years of work. So you kind of, yeah, try and persevere with it. Can be painful, some things that are brought up, but it's really good in the long run. I think everybody should be able to seek therapy, but sometimes not as easy as that, because it can be expensive too, and that's why like a lot of what's it called, like you were saying, Beyond Blue and stuff like that, even those sort of things can be good too, just as a starting point. And there's also so many different therapies. There's like pet therapy, which is really like fun. Yeah. If you struggle to like talk to people. Yeah, I think there's a few others, but yeah, that was like my experience. Just, yeah, go to your doctor, or somebody that maybe recommends a therapist. My boyfriend, he sees a psychiatrist, and that's the one that I started to see. because he said it really helped him. So that's the one that I went to. And also my doctor referred me to that psychiatrist after the psychologist weren't really working for me. So
this is just a bit of an interesting question, but
yeah,
some people might be interested is like in terms of price wise, how much does it usually cost? Cause that's
yeah, it's a massive thing. And I think that's one thing that like discourages people from seeking help because it is so expensive. I think to see my psychiatrist is about $290 a session, and that's for like 30 minutes. Yeah. But if you have Medicare, you can get back a little bit. But I see him like every 3 weeks. So yeah, I think depending on the severity of where you're at and stuff like that, I've been able to space it out longer. Just so, yeah, I'm not burning a hole in my pocket. But yeah, I think...
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, and I think like with the mental health plan as well, with your doctor, if you want to see a psychologist, I think you get 10 sessions free. And also like a lot of workplaces have it too. I think like Jack's got a People Sense for his, yeah, a lot of workplaces have it now. So even just like counselling can help.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and that's all free usually through your work. But yeah.
Great.